Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
Motivation!
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2. Taken. And we're going right into a flashback, apparently. Interesting. 2 years ago is before his writer's block set in.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Yeah, so, I don't know about you guys, but... Well, first of all, I like the idea of turning it into a TV show.
Coffee's on.
Coffee maker.
Great, thanks. I'll
And,
need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
You know, the previously on is, of course, a staple of that, but, honestly, we just played it, you know? You don't have to remind me of what I did 30 minutes ago. It's cute and all, but, yeah. Okay, so, this dude is rich. Like a condo like this in New York? This is like...
Oh,
in the
hey, I
millions,
just finished those cover
definitely.
mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I
Supposed
can
to, huh?
perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh. Okay, so she's helping him with his books. Fair enough. Gotta examine the cover mock-ups. Okie dokie. Oh, come on. Really, Alan? You gotta actually use a typewriter? I mean, it's 2008, but still, come on. People weren't using typewriters since the 90s. At the least. Like, even 80s, I think people were starting to use computers. Also, what the hell is that QR code? And, another thing, the bookshelf seems to give me radio signals. Okay, here's the Fall of Casey, the things that I want, Alex Casey, what I can't forget, and Return to Sender. Apparently all the novels he's written. I don't know what that video thing is. Anyway, let's have a look at the mock-up. There we go.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
He's got good hearing. Okay.
Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Just
There it is.
get the lights
Honey,
back on.
it's a
now,
power outage.
please.
I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry.
just
It just really
Try and
spooked
light
me.
this.
Don't worry.
To your
We'll just break
face?
out the candles.
There you go.
I know it's
Oh,
stupid,
fuck.
but it's just... Especially when I'm not
No, I
prepared
missed
for
that
it,
master
you know?
page.
It gets to me.
Damn
I
it.
love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got
Something
really
wrong with the
bad,
face. I
my
can't
mom
shake
gave me
it.
this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer
What?
boy. You made that up right now.
It looks like a
didn't you?
novelty handshake buzzer.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
No idea how that's supposed to work, but whatever. Present day.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc
Okay, so
Nelson
first
was
of all-
the image of a small-town doctor.
Alan.
Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Thank you. You know what? I think Alan, if I'm not careful, he might start to take over my Let's Play channel. Just saying. Alright. What was it saying? Yeah, he as a writer should know best that the fucking lying is not gonna...
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in...
Oh, how eccentric.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver.
This-
Have a nice day now. Very good.
Have you seen this man? This appeared on 20th June 2007. Identifying features. Knack for winning contests? Okay. Yeah, this guy probably won like a promo contest before the game came out, and therefore now his game is his face is in the game. All right, that's sweet. And missing Richard, Bob, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller on a camping trip overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. Also, don't even start. I'm never gonna, make an overseas call just for a joke. You guys can do that if you want. If you're...
Come in, Mr.
from
Wake.
America.
Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Okay.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
You can't charge you with murder if there's no
Hello?
bodies.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back. I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
He's one of our regulars.
Oh, to the
I
parking
thought he'd
lot.
quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Yeah, you know, but first things first. So... yeah, as I was saying, Alan, you as a writer should know, whenever
The caller
somebody's
told me to find a
lying
hole in the fence
during their story,
there was
the
something
lie
for
will
me
always
in an
get their
abandoned car.
comeuppance somehow. Extra page. Yoink. Okay, so get the 4th page this time. I know which one the one in the apartment was, but this missing page we couldn't even get because, as you can see, you can only get it in nightmare difficulty. I haven't looked it up yet, but if you guys are curious, I will, and I might like show it to you, unless it's spoilery and you're supposed to, you know, see it in your second playthrough. Yeah, so yeah, let's have a look here.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Okay, so we get a little glimpse into what's going on, or what will be going on later on.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry? Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice.
That guy again.
I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
So here's the thing. First of all, the kidnapper needs to be in the vicinity somewhere, because he knows that we're here. And he had to have, you know, placed the driver's license into the vehicle over there. And actually, shouldn't this parking lot be videotaped, like a video surveillance?
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty.
Yeah, maybe 2008 wasn't the time for that yet.
One more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with 2 intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Alright. So the police just assumed it was the drunkards and that was it. Oh, and there's another page. Was this door open before? Can't remember.
The kidnapper fired his gun.
Wait.
In spite of its human
before.
mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
So that's exactly what happened before we confronted the kidnapper.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Yeah. So that kind of harkens back to the tutorial.
I just wanted
honestly,
to settle
where
all the damage
we
the Anderson brothers
had
inadvertently caused.
This godlike figure tell us what the darkness was all about
They are
and
not
how
accountable
we
for
could
their
defeat it.
actions, of course.
Kind of clunkily.
I can assure you that my
but
staff
I
has
think
been
it was, well, you're
Tor and
supposed to
Odin
think
never
like
caused
God
any
or
trouble to
whatever, but
anyone when they were
it's
still living
actually
at their
probably
farm.
just
Indeed.
Wake himself
All we can do is to slow
talking
down the
to
progress
this
of their dementia.
character in the novel he's writing, which is also himself.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You
He's turning into a
yokels
sitcom.
won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
What the hell, man?
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault.
Could I
She's
get
a
it
very
worded
nice girl
edgewise
and,
here?
more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously,
actually
Al,
agree with
what
him
you were
there.
saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Whoa,
Wait
look at
here.
his eyes. Well then, let's have a look around in this lodge. Yeah, so basically, last point I was trying to make before, probably what the darkness represents is just his writer's block. I think that's, I mean, who knows? It would be a little bit of an anticlimax, but it would fit too, right? So what we got here is Bucktooth Charlie, the skeleton of a Colombian mammoth. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brie tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998, when the Colombian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie has since become the park's official mascot. You must have seen a lot in here, buddy. Who knows, I might stay here long enough so that you could give me some sage advice at some point. Oh wow, there's lots of dead animals in here. Talk to Rusty. I guess that's him outside there? Do I get to... Oh yeah, of course. It's almost most important thing in this room.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You run cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Oh, that's some
Max is still
foreshadowing.
groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Alrighty.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my
Again, I'm
call.
kind of
Can we talk
agreeing
about this
with
later?
him again.
No, this whole thing, listen, you hit your head.
Okay, I guess it's not in here.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Look, even the park ranger is using a computer. I mean... You're not getting any extra points for that. Okay, I guess it's in here. Let's sign it. And we deliver it right away. So far, so peachy. Oh, poor guy.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy
Just
walk.
follow the paths.
Nice spot, too.
Just get lost in the woods, no problem.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey,
Okay.
if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like
Pretty
these people
nasty.
are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Look, Al, you're
So far, so
asking me
good.
to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their
Did you just hear
beds,
that?
wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves,
Oh, it's
and
the dog.
eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come
Exactly.
here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Uh-huh.
Oh well. I guess we're going to Lover's Peak right away.
That's just crazy talk,
Ah,
Al.
no. We're
Al.
getting settled in first and
Al?
waiting for nightfall. for some
We should go to the
reason.
sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry! They'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do
Reason,
it.
I think.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Well then.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
What's that supposed to mean? Okay, let's have a quick look around. Get more coffee, obviously. And, yeah, I think before we head out to Lover's Peak, we will end the episode, and, that'll be that. We're going to switch off the lights here. He doesn't seem to mind. Okay. That should be that. I can't really move the camera so Alan looks you guys in the eye, but rest assured he bids you farewell, and next time should be a lot more tense and horrific and thrilling than this one. So thanks for watching again, and see you next time.